The Apple assessment test is the key part of the hiring process for many jobs at Apple, including retail, support, and corporate roles. It's designed not just to check your skills, but to see if you match Apple values like innovation, teamwork, and great customer service. After your resume is received, you will usually get a test by email and complete it online through platforms like HighView or SHL. The Apple test is a mix of questions that check your personality, problem-solving, math, and reading skills. You will go through real-life scenarios, spot patterns, work with numbers, and read short passages, all while being timed. It is meant to see how well you think, stay calm under pressure, and fit into Apple's way of doing things. To do well, it's a good idea to practice and get familiar with what Apple values, things like empathy, clear thinking, and smart decision-making. Apple uses a few different versions of this test, so if you think you're getting the older one, check out my older videos on this channel to prep the right way.
Hi there, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone, and in this video you will have everything you need to get ready and pass the assessment test.
In this video, we will walk through real sample questions step by step, so you will not only know what to expect, but also learn how to tackle each part with confidence. I'll share with you the correct answers, detailed explanation, and helpful strategies to boost your chances of passing the test. The questions appear in random order, so I recommend watching the entire video to get the most practice and insight.
Before we begin, let me introduce myself.
My name is Vadim Michalenko. I hold an MBA and master's degree in computer science. I've worked in the information technology field for over 20 years, and I've spent more than 15 years teaching people how to succeed in their careers. I created Online Training for Everyone and the website howtoanalyzedata.net to help people like you pass interview and assessment tests and get you hired for your dream job.
Many people successfully pass their tests after watching videos like this. Hopefully it will help you as well.
If you're short on time and need to prepare quickly for a pre-employment exam, check out the premium practice materials linked in the description and comments below. Before we jump in, make sure to click subscribe and stay updated on the latest questions. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video.
If you have any questions, please post them in comments. I reply to every message. And now, let's go ahead and get started.
Which of the following is the best synonym for concise? A. Detailed, B. Brief, C. Complex, or D. Vague? The trick here is knowing what concise really means. Something short, sharp, and full of meaning. Concise doesn't mean detailed, complex, or unclear. It means delivering the point in fewer words. So the correct answer here is choice B, brief. A person starts by facing north. They turn 90 degrees clockwise, then make a 180-degree turn in the opposite direction counterclockwise. Which direction are they facing now? A 90-degree clockwise turn takes the person to east, then 180-degree counterclockwise turn from east, 90 degrees to north, 180 degrees to west, and the correct answer here is choice C, west. If it rains, the event will be cancelled. Today it's not raining, so can you tell for sure if the event is still on? Here's the catch. The rule only tells us what happens if it rains, but it doesn't, so we're left on guessing. Maybe it's cancelled for another reason. So the only solid conclusion is choice D. There's insufficient information. Think you can rank people by height without a ruler? Let's test your deduction skills. Sam is taller than Emmy. Emmy is taller than Bob. Who is the shortest? If Sam is the tallest and Emmy is in the middle, that leaves just one person at the bottom of the height chain. And the shortest? It's C, Bob. Simple comparison, sharp logic. What happens when employees swap cubicles for couches? You're told, if more employees work remotely, office utility costs have decreased this year. What can be logically concluded? If cost drops when remote work rises and costs did drop, it's logically to connect the two. The most reasonable conclusion? More employees are working remotely, and the correct answer here is choice A. You're running a meeting when two teammates suddenly start arguing. What is your best move? Let's break it down. Letting them go at it, that only builds tension. Ending the meeting shuts down progress. Taking sides, it's risky. It could deepen the conflict. The smart choice? Step in calmly and steer the conversation back on track. It keeps the meeting productive and shows confident leadership under pressure. And the correct answer here is choice C. Think fast. Can you spot the pattern hiding in plain sight? Here's your challenge. What comes next in the sequence? 2, 4, 8, 16. Take a moment. What's the rule here? This one is all about doubling. Each number multiplies by 2 to get to the next. 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. So 16 times 2, that gives us 32, and the correct answer here is choice B. You're looking at the flat shapes that could become something 3D. Only one of these blueprints can be folded into a classic pyramid. Can you spot it? Focus on the base shape and the triangles. Which layout would let you fold 4 triangles upward around the square? If you have selected option A, you nailed it. Why? This is the perfect square in the center and the triangle on each side. Just what's needed to fold a proper pyramid. Here's a quick puzzle built on basic fractions, but don't let its simplicity fool you. You're looking at 4 pie charts. Each one is divided into equal parts, and each has some sections shaded in. The question is, which one shows the fraction 5/8? Here's what you can do to solve it correctly. Take a close look. Count the total slices. Then count how many are shaded. Which circle shows exactly 5 out of 8 parts? If you have selected option A, well done. Let's break it down. The circle has 8 equal parts. 5 of them are shaded. That's exactly what 5/8 means. Simple, clean, and precise. Your manager asks for feedback on new policy, but you don't think it works. What is your best way to respond? Let's look at your options. Saying it's great just to keep the peace, that's not helpful. Criticizing in front of the whole team, risky and unprofessional. Ignoring the request altogether, you miss the chance to influence change. The best move? Share your honest thoughts privately and respectfully. It shows integrity, professionalism, and supports a healthy team culture. So the correct answer here is choice C. You've got 8 identical looking balls, but one is slightly heavier. And you only have 2 chances with the balance scale to find the heavier ball. What do you do? Let's start by weighting 3 balls versus 3 balls. If they're equal, the heavy one will be in the remaining 2. If one side is heavier, great. Now just weight 2 balls from that group. The result will lead you straight to the odd one out. And the correct answer here is choice C. 3 fictional companies, Lumora, Naxora, and Zifix, share a tech market. Lumora holds 50% of the market, Naxora has 25%, and Zifix has 25%. Which donut chart correctly shows the market share? Let's break it down. The question clearly states a 50-25-25 split. Only chart A shows half the circle for Lumora, and the remaining half evenly divided between Naxora and Zifix. So the correct answer here is choice A. A teammate often makes side comments about others slacking off. The mood in the group is getting tense. What should you do? Let's think it through. Calling them out might create drama. Laughing alone, that just fuels the fire. Reporting them skips over a chance to solve it directly. Your best move? Have a respectful private chat. It protects relationships, gives them a chance to reflect, and shows leadership without making a scene. So the correct answer here is choice C. What comes next in the sequence? A, C, F, J, O? Look closely at the gaps between the letters. A to C is +2. C to F is +3. Then +4, then +5. Do you see the trend? The last letter is O, which is 15th letter of the alphabet. Add +6 and we get 21, which is the letter U. And that completes the pattern. So the correct answer here is choice 1, U. A light ray traveling through air strikes a smooth water surface at a 45-degree angle to the surface. What happens to the ray as it enters the water? When a light ray moves from a less dense medium, which is air, to a denser medium, which is water, its speed decreases, causing it to bend toward the normal, an imaginary line perpendicular to the surface of the point of contact. And the correct answer here is choice B. In the parallel circuit shown, a battery is connected to 3 identical bulbs, one in each branch, with equal wiring and no other components. Which bulb will shine the brightest? In a parallel circuit, each branch receives the full voltage from the battery, so all identical bulbs shine with equal brightness. And the correct answer here is choice D. You buy a stock for $50. It rises to $70 and you sell it. The next day it drops to $40 and you buy it again. A week later it climbs to $60 and you sell it again. What is your total profit? Let's break it down. You made your first move when stock rose from 50 to 70, and that's $20 gain. Then you bought it again at 40 and sold at 60, earning another $20 profit. Each trade is independent, so each one was profitable. And the correct answer here is choice C, $40. Your coworker keeps claiming credit for your shared work in meetings. What is the most effective next step? Let's break it down. Calling them out or confronting them mid-meeting can look unprofessional. Saying nothing allows the problem to keep growing. Smart move, schedule a private meeting with your manager. It's not about complaining, it's about giving context, protecting your contributions, and asking for guidance on how to handle the situation moving forward. So the correct answer here is choice B. Which container, all with the same total volume, will overflow the fastest if water is poured into each one at the same rate? Take a close look at all the containers. In 3 of them, water will fill gradually. But in one container, the hole causes it to leak halfway through the fill, making it the first one to overflow in function, not in the form. So the correct answer here is choice C, a container with the hole halfway up the side. Take a close look at these 3 connected gears. If the bottom left gear, the largest one, rotates clockwise, what is the direction of the top gear, the smallest one? Each gear flips the motion of the one before it, so clockwise, counterclockwise, and clockwise again. The correct answer is choice A, clockwise. Here's the quick question to stretch your logical thinking. At first glance, it might seem abstract, but the pattern is simple once you spot it. Investor is to stock as borrower is to what? Take a second now. Think about what an investor uses or deals with. A stock, right? Now think about what borrower uses in similar financial sense. And here are your answer choices. A, loan, B, credit, C, debt, or D, interest. And now let's set the timer, just like on the real test. This analogy is all about roles and tools. An investor puts money into a stock to get returns. A borrower takes something to use now and pay it back later. What do they take? Definitely not debt, that's the result. Not interest, that's the cost. And not credit, that's the ability. The correct answer is financial tool they actually receive, a loan. And the answer is A, loan. Investor uses stock, borrower uses loan. Simple and sharp. Here's an amazing question to test your analytical reasoning skills. It's about how different business functions focus on different audiences. Can you figure out the pattern? Marketing is to customers, as recruiting it to what? Think about what marketing is for. It means to attract customers, right? Now think about recruiting. What kind of people are you trying to attract? And here are your choices for the answers. A, managers, B, workers, C, applicants, or D, interns. And let's set the timer, just like on the real test. The analogy is all about function and target. Marketing exists to attract customers, people who buy things. Recruiting is very similar, but instead of buyers, it attracts applicants, people who want to be hired. And not just any workers, and not necessarily interns or managers. Applicants are the specific target group. And the correct answer choice is C, applicants. Marketing reaches customers, recruiting reaches applicants. Simple but smart. Let's test your logical reasoning with this clever question. It sounds strange at first, but the clues are all there. But only if you pay attention. I have keys but open no locks. I have space but no room. You can enter but never go outside. What am I? Pause for a second. What do you think? Each clue sounds familiar. Keys, space, enter. But think about how they might connect in a non-literal way. And you probably would like to see answer choices. Here they are. A house. B, a book. C, a keyboard. Or D, a puzzle. And now I'll set a timer for you to solve it on your own. Here's what's puzzling about this question. A house has rooms, but not keys without locks. A book can be entered with imagination, but does it really have a space? A puzzle might be tricky, but where are the keys? One of these answers has all three: keys, space, and enter, but none of them mean what they usually do. And the correct answer here is choice C, a keyboard. Here's a quick thinking question that sounds playful at first, but don't let it catch you off guard. Read carefully. What has hands but doesn't clap? What's your best guess? It's easy to jump to conclusions, but slow down and think. This isn't about real hands. It's about what word hands could mean in a different context. And here are your options. A robot, B, a statue, C, a clock, or D, a puppet. Take a few seconds to work it out. Are you ready? Let's think carefully through each choice. A robot has mechanical hands, and some can definitely clap. A statue? Possibly, but many statues show hands posed or even touching. A puppet? Same deal. It's designed to move and perform actions like clapping. But only one of these has hands that are purely symbolic. They show motion, but don't move themselves. The correct answer here is choice C, a clock. Here's the question that sounds poetic, but don't let it fool you. Think carefully. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? A whistle, B, an echo, C, a shadow, or D, a cloud. Pause for a few seconds. What is your guess? Some of these options might seem obvious at first, but remember, the question is all about what it describes, not just what sounds similar. And here's why. A whistle makes sound, but it needs a mouth or a source. A shadow has no body, but does it hear? A cloud moves with the wind, but it doesn't speak or listen. Think about something that travels on air, repeats itself, and doesn't really exist in a physical form. The correct answer here is choice B, an echo. Consider this amazing pyramid. In the top row, it has numbers 8 and 13. And in the bottom row has numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. Your goal is to calculate the missing number on the top, and your choices for the answers are A, 17, B, 18, C, 19, or D, 21. Can you solve it on your own and choose the right answer? The pattern here is very simple, but it's only available for those who view it from the right perspective. But I'm pretty sure you're one of those people. Take a close look at the bottom two rows, especially the numbers on the left. 1 plus 2 equals 3. In fact, the number in the top row is calculated by adding the two numbers directly beneath it. Don't believe me? 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Let's add the third row so you can see clearly. 3 plus 5 equals 8. And 5 plus 8 equals 13. And you know what time it is, right? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 8 plus 13 equals 21. And the correct answer here is choice D, 21. Consider the following sequence. 2, 4, 16. And then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate out of 4 possible choices. A, 32, B, 64, C, 256, or D, 1024. Can you try to solve it on your own and choose the right answer? The pattern here is very simple, but only for those who view it from the right perspective. But I'm pretty sure you're one of them. Take a close look at the first two number. 2 squared equals 4. In fact, the next number is obtained by squaring the previous number. 4 squared equals 16. Can you guess what the missing number would be? 16 squared equals 256. Let me ask you this. Do you have a curious mind? Can you continue the sequence? Can you post the next number in comments? And what I'll do for you, I'll share with you the right answer. It's a choice C, 256. Take a close look at these amazing shapes which form the expression. First shape has numbers 1, 1, and 2, and the result equals 3. Second shape has numbers 2, 2, and 4, and the result equals 12. Third shape has numbers 3, 3, and 5, and the result is something you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. A, 20, B, 22, C, 24, or D, 34. Can you try to solve it on your own and choose the right answer? The pattern here is simple, but hidden in the plain sight for most people. But I'm pretty sure you're the one who actually discovered it. Let's take a close look at the first expression. To get to the result, multiply the bottom left number by 2 specific numbers in the triangle, and then add both products together. 1 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 equals 1 plus 2 and equals 3. Let's switch to the second shape. 2 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 4 equals 4 plus 8 and equals 12. And now you know how to find the missing number. 3 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 5 equals 9 plus 15 and equals 24. So the correct answer here is choice C, 24. Consider the following pyramid. The bottom row of the pyramid has numbers 1, 1, and 2. Middle row has numbers 1 and 2. And the top number in the pyramid is missing. You need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. A1, B2, C3, or D4. Can you try to solve it on your own and choose the right answer? It's a clear solution, but only to those who look at it the right way. I'm pretty sure you're one of them, though. Take a close look at the pyramid. From the larger pyramid, you can form smaller pyramids. For example, 1, 1, and 1 would be a smaller pyramid. And the number in the top of the small pyramid is calculated as multiplication of the bottom numbers. Let's look at the example. 1 multiplied by 1 equals 1. Let's look at the next small pyramid. 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. And the missing number can be calculated as 1 multiplied by 2 and would also equal 2. And the correct answer here is choice B, 2. Take a close look at this 3 by 3 matrix. Numbers in the first row are 1, 2, and 4. Second row has numbers 2, 3, and 5. And then the third row only has 2 numbers, 2 and 6. And the missing number you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. A9, B12, C20, or D27. Can you solve it and choose the right answer? The trick pattern here is very simple, but it's hidden in plain sight for most. Instead of rows, we need to focus on columns. In fact, we need to multiply the 2 numbers at the top of the column to get to the number at the bottom. Take a look at the first column. 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. In the second column, 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. And I think you know what the missing number is, don't you? 4 multiplied by 5 equals 20. And the correct answer here is choice C, 20. You're presented with 3 pairs of circles. First pair has numbers 2 and 5. Second has numbers 3 and 10. And then the third pair only has one number 4. And you need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. A, 16, B, 17, C, 18, or D, 19. Can you work it out and pick it from the answers provided? This one's simple, yet surprisingly few people manage to spot the answer. Take a close look at the first pair. 2 squared plus 1 equals 5. In fact, the number inside the small circle squared, and then increased by 1 equals number inside the large circle. Let's verify it with the second pair. 3 squared plus 1 equals 10. What's interesting here is that if you look at the original question, you might have spotted a different patterns. If you just look at the numbers in small circles, you see that they increase by 1. 2, 3, 4. and then numbers in the large circles increase by 5, 5 and 10. But then the final number would be 15, which is not one of the existing choices. But now you know how to calculate the missing number. 4 squared plus 1 equals 17, and the correct answer here is choice B, 17. You're presented with 3 circles. First circle has numbers 1, 2, and 4. Second circle has numbers 3, 5, and 9. And then the third circle has numbers 4 and 6, and then the third number is missing. You need to calculate the missing number out of 4 possible choices: A, 11, B, 13, C, 14, or D, 19. Can you try to solve it on your own? The solution here is rather simple, but very few people can see it right away. Let's look at the first circle. The calculations here are 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 4. In fact, the bottom right number is found by adding the bottom left number and the top number and then incrementing by 1. Second circle number is calculated as 3 plus 5 plus 1 and equals 9. And then the third circle number is calculated as 4 plus 6 plus 1 and equals 11. And the correct answer here is choice A, 11.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.